Hey, Vinyl Community, Jeff here again, delving into the obscurity again. This is my second video on obscure purchases recently. As I explained the first one, I went to my local store, and these albums, some of these albums I've seen, you kind of pass them over, you don't know a whole lot about them, but at this point, I went in there with the idea that I'm going to definitely buy something to support, the local business, which I do almost every time. But I didn't find a whole lot of standard stuff, and so I thought, it's time that I go ahead and take a chance on some of these obscure things just for the fun of it. I showed the previous one where I picked up an album that I'd seen months ago, thought it had sold. All of a sudden it popped up again. I thought, I can't let this chance pass me by. So I picked that up. That's in the previous video, the band called The Law. This one had been in the store months, maybe even years. I've seen it. It's still sealed. Didn't know a whole lot about it. Maggies Madness. I don't recall if ever, for some reason I think I might have seen somebody show this. I don't know though. The cover just, I don't know. Somebody out there, I'm sure somebody out there in the VC has this. Speak up. I'm sure that I've seen this mentioned. I just don't recall. And you can find clips of them online. And I'm like, okay, it's a German metal band from Nuremberg. They started in 1974. This is really, they had an album in 1981, self-released. It's currently selling for $150 on Discogs, or it is listed for $150. Self-released. This is on Mausoleum Records, 1984. Now, the band, apparently, 1984, after this, changed their name to Wildcat. Or Wildcat, and went on till like 1987, and that was basically the history of it. However, then we find in like 2014, there's a double record release under Maggies Madness, and in there's like 3 albums between 2014 and 2018 or so. So they have had new music in the 20-teens, and so they have, I guess, gotten back together. But the original early stuff, 1981 album, which would be nice to find, and then this one, 1984, it's straight up German metal from the day, average sound, good stuff, but, nothing too blazing or amazing, just, some classic stuff. This, like I said, was still sealed. Wasn't terribly expensive. Still sealed. The shrink wrap was starting to peel off a little bit, ripped on the corner stuff. So I definitely opened it because I wanted to hear it. Like I said, Mausoleum Records. Another label that back in the day, I'd probably scoop up anything from them back in the day. They were pretty consistent with decent material back in the 80s. I think they've done, as they went on, they may have gotten a little more diverse and aggressive with stuff, but yeah, I don't know anything about them. There's not a whole lot of information about them online. Just like I say, 2 main albums back in the 80s, and then they kind of changed names. And I don't know if that, I didn't even look to see if that other band had recorded anything, but like I said, then they came back in the 2010s and have done some other stuff. So I don't know. Interesting. Like I said, these are the kind of things I like picking up because I didn't hear of these guys back in the day, but there are a lot of these bands that kind of went under the radar. Are you familiar with them? Were you maybe one of the ones that showed them? Maybe I saw them on your channel. I just can't remember. Speak up. Let me know what you think. Do you buy these kind of things? Because this is the kind of stuff that just kind of tickles that itch that I get, where it's just kind of like, I like to discover the stuff that didn't make it huge, and it's just kind of fun to explore that. So great stuff. Thought I'd let you know about it. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you later. Rock on and rock hard.